What up dudes, Alfredo here with yet another Division video. So just recently, the devs talked about more changes coming to the 1.2 update. As of right now, 1.2 is postponed until further notice. Hopefully, we could see that sometime in May. But in the meantime, I'll use that time to play Doom, catch up on Dark Souls, and get through Uncharted. So I thought I'd go ahead and put together this little video kind of just talking about a lot of the major things that they talked about during the State of the Game stream. So let's get right to it. So first and foremost, armor cap is going to be increased to 75%. I think this is a very good thing because with the previous update, I think it was 1.1, they gave us gear sets, and those gear sets allowed us to do so much damage, but there was just no increase in armor cap or anything like that. So everyone just seemed a lot squishier in a sense, or in a way. So having the armor cap increase to 75% is going to be really nice. There's also a thing called Toughness coming to 1.2, which essentially is your armor and stamina combined into one single trait. This is going to make min-maxing a lot more efficient. This is going to sit on your overview screen instead of having to go into your character, figure out how much armor you have and whether or not you're at cap, which is currently 65%, and then trying to figure out like, okay, how much stamina do I have? How much health do I have? What does this all mean? So armor and stamina is going to be one single trait called Toughness, which is going to be awesome because that way you just dive into your overview menu and you kind of just see whatever your toughness number is, and that's essentially like how much damage you can really take. So VoIP visuals are coming to the DZ, so that way you can actually see if the person you're talking to can hear you, if he's in game chat or whatnot. So that's going to be awesome because there's so many times there's just people yelling at me in the dark zone like, hey man, what, and it's like, I know, dude, I have no idea what you're saying. Like, I mean, I understand you, but I can't talk back to you because I'm in something like Discord. Something that's very interesting is performance mod buffs are coming to 1.2. Essentially, the performance mods are those specific mods that didn't give you that main attribute, that main trait, which was more firearms, more stamina, or more electronics. Performance mods were just throwaways for a lot of us, right? Because we didn't get that increase in stamina, electronics, or firearms. So they're talking about increasing and buffing those in the sense that, okay, like with those mods, you get two attributes, right? And you lose the fact that you don't get those increases in stats and firearms and whatnot. But what they're going to do here is increase the amount of stats you get coming off of those performance mods. So let's say if there's sticky bomb damage, you get a certain, X amount increase in sticky bomb damage. What's going to happen is that they're going to buff that. So I want to see how big of a buff that is. I could definitely see that being viable to some people. I think there's like 2.5% crit chance rolls on some of that stuff. So I might even try to work some of that into my build myself. I could definitely see like sticky bombs being super annoying because, I mean, if it's like 3%, 3.5%, maybe, I don't think they go crazy as 4% like increase with like performance mods on like sticky bomb damage. But say if they went something like 3%, like imagine just someone stacking that right into their electronic build, and that's just gonna make those BFB bombs hit even harder. Thank God we have an armor cap increase. Anyways, performance mods will get a buff. Balance is going to be fixed next week. They did say that Bruto is also going to be balanced in 1.2. This is something that I wasn't really aware of. So apparently it was Bruto was multiplied instead of additive. So it's going to be more of an additive number. So Bruto will be tweaked. Reckless, obviously, this is something we've been talking about a lot on stream. We knew this was coming. Reckless is currently broken. You don't receive the 10% damage increase or X% damage increase. You actually get 10% damage resistance. So in 1.2, Reckless will be fixed. Oh, okay, this is going to hurt. But Sentry's Call, it's getting the nerf, man. Like, we knew this was coming. We talked about this the second, like, we strapped on 4 pieces of Sentry. But Sentry's going to be nerfed. It's going to be limited to just semi-automatic weapons in 1.2. Shotguns, pistols, marksman rifles, those are the only ones that are going to get the benefit from this, like, the full 4-piece Sentry. So it's those 3 stacks we always talk about, that 15% increased damage per stack, etc. Like, you're only going to get that benefit from shotguns, pistols, and marksman rifles. Like, I got to start thinking of where I'm going to go with this build. Maybe 3 Sentry and 3 Striker like I originally thought when they first announced the gear sets. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll have an up-to-date, like, build guide video. But Reckless is getting fixed. Sentry's call doesn't seem as viable for what we like to use, which is SMGs, which is also the current meta. So we're going to have to figure that out. But yeah, man, we talked about it. Sentry's getting that hard nerf. Anyways, weapon balancing is not going to come to 1.2. Talent balancing will be coming to 1.2. I know there's still some talent issues with characters, so that's going to be fixed in 1.2, but no weapon balancing with 1.2. They did talk about how there's going to be an increase in drops, right? And they want to lower down. They want to change the main source for the weapons you get away from crafting, because right now it's just, oh, cool, AUG blueprints out, I'm just going to craft an AUG all day, every day. So they want to kind of minimize that and kind of just give you a plethora of item drops in the DZ, so that way you're instead going to the DZ, running around, farming, etc. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And they want you to get your hands on all those, all the weapons first before they really start, taking into account essentially weapon balancing. So no weapon balance at 1.2. Gear score will not be increased with the 1.2 update, so it's still going to be the cap of 240. New gear sets are going to be added. The broken circle incursion, which you see on the top left of your map, I think currently it says the gear score requirement is 220. That's instead going to mirror Falcon's Lost. So the same requirements for Falcon's Lost, which is the current incursion, will apply to Broken Circle, which is the new incursion. But yeah, no current date set for the 1.2 update. That's just the big overall roundabout and my rant about everything that they've talked about that's currently coming to 1.2. They did have another previous stream where they talked about other things as well. So yeah, my dudes, there's going to be, I feel like the game is moving into a good direction. The 1.1 update with Falcon's Lost did end up breaking a lot of things, so I think that with 1.2 it's kind of a make or break for them, and I'm really excited with all the things that they've been talking about so far, because all this looks very promising. So you best believe we're going to be out there on Twitch every night, especially when this drops, to go ahead and check it out. So guys, thank you so much for all the support you guys have been giving me on stream every night here on YouTube and on Patreon. Thank you guys for celebrating my birthday, which was this week. A lot of you guys came out and showed some love and support for that. Speaking of love and support, if you like the video, if you like these YouTube videos, make sure to leave a like and a positive comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, or consider subscribing if you haven't already. The more you guys let me know you love these videos, the more I will do this for you. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up, end my rant here. This is Alfredo, and I'm out.